Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. I know, trust me. I'm very much aware that I'm still wearing the same outfits, but I'm too lazy to change my outfits. Really, I recorded this video the same day that I recorded the makeup one. So guys, today I'm giving you guys a story time. Guys, okay, and don't mind me. I'm having my glass of wine. This is actually my first sip, so I'm still not drunk yet. I'm very much sober. Yeah, guys, the story time is about me dating a guy for almost a year, and I didn't know that he has a wife. Guys, I found out that he has a wife after a year, and the day that I found out was on Christmas Day. Okay, so I dated this guy. He came, we met, he asked me out, and I said yes, I think after the first date. And it went on. So, like, when we were still like telling, telling each other about one another, he stated to me that he doesn't have a wife, he's single. So, I was also single at that time. I was like, yeah, great, we can do this. It's like I was so excited, guys. My heart was pumping custard every day. Like, I was so happy. And then we dated, but as time went on, when this honeymoon phase was gone now, I started suspecting that he could be lying to me. The reason why I was suspecting that he could be lying to me was because, excuse me, there we go again, I heard burping. And then, so like the reason why I suspected that he could be lying to me was because he used, like, whenever we're together during the day. The thing is that I was still young, and unfortunately, guys, if you like a plus size girl, chances are like you most likely to date people who older than you. So I dated this guy, and so like I was still young, né? So every time we were together, he would drop me off like early, like around Boma 6. Yeah, well, every time we're together, he drops me off. Like, even like when I'm free, I can see you, dude, like no issues. He'd be like, nah, you need to go home early. I don't want you to get in trouble with your mom and stuff like that. So me, in my mind, I was thinking, I man, this guy, he's smart, like he's very considerate. So at that time, he like didn't like have social media. And then he didn't have social media, so I was like, he doesn't even like social media, it means that he's a good man, you know. And then, oh, when I asked him about friends, he said to me he doesn't have any friends. And yeah, he told me that he has one child, and of which I didn't mind. I was in love, and he told me all of those things after I said yes. you know he told me that he was staying with someone, the baby mama, and they separated because the baby mama cheated on him. He found her with another man on his bed and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna love you, like, I'm not gonna even cheat on you. Like, yeah, you deserve love after what you went through. Never shame. Hi. I like, okay, we went on, we dated, and then, like, but every time and again I'd like suspect, something just wouldn't add up, and I'd suspect him. You and me, I'm drinking. Look at this glass, guys. Throats are open. Like, every time and again I'd get that red flag, but like I wouldn't see it because I was a child. And then like I would ask him, Guti, are you really sure that you are not seeing someone? Because I think another, like I asked him again when I now realize that he doesn't like allow us to go to his house and stuff like that, so I started asking him about it, that dude, when you always like suggest to come and see me, like to come to my house, because I'd always like be home alone most of the time. So excuse me. So he'd come to my house, and then I noticed, man, this person, meaning I don't go to his house, Mara Yena, he always comes to my house. And then I asked him about it, and then he said, yeah, we'll go, don't worry, what. Okay, like I think, no, yeah. Somewhere in the beginning we went to his house, and then after that one time we never went to the house again. So that's how I trusted him, because in the beginning we did like went to his house, and then after that he'd come to my house or would go away. Like we'd always be busy during my weekend, we'd always have plans, and he was mising this thing. And then I asked him about it. He's like, no, in we'll go what. And then would also like go to where he works a lot, with like he was always busy, like he was a workaholic, so most of the time we'd also like go to his office and chill there. Vele he'd act busy. Kuti yabona, my love, I have, like, if I had time, would go to my house. It's just that I'm always busy. That's why I decided to take you with, stuff like that, and on. I was like, okay. So really his colleagues would see me, was like free. And every time, like when I needed to go to the mall, he'd drop me off. But then also I remember that year when I was dating that guy, like, I pulled out on a lot of friendships. He like, what's the word? Like I got distance from my friends and people that I was used to, because he didn't like want me to chill with my friends, because my friends are the ones who would suspect that this guy might be hiding something from you. Always friends, they will always know. So lawyer Vili, he made it a point that I'm no longer close to my friends. I'm thinking that my friends are jealous of my relationship and all that. So that year I never used to see my friends a lot, and plus I didn't even have time. During the week I'm at his office, weekend we are wherever, like Kruger, parties, not parties, but would like go to places, like he'd take me out all the time, restaurants, Sabi, Panorama, whatever. And then so like I was always with him. Yeah, so like we were always occupied with like activities that would distract me from noticing things. And like he made me to be away from my friends and stuff like that. So this one time, because we were always like at his office, this one time when we were like M17, okay, like he was going through something on his computer, and then his CV appeared, and like he hit the CV like quickly, yeah, well, so I was like, no, let me see. And then he was like, no, why do you want to see my CV? I was like, no, I just want to see it. And then he was like, no, you can't see my CV, I don't want in. So like I was thinking that maybe he's just being humble about it, because like he doesn't want me to see that maybe he has a PhD or whatever, or he's too educated and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. But then like when I got home, I was like, what if this person is actually hiding his marital status, you see? So I was like, because Vela, I am suspecting that he also like he was way too old to be that single. Yeah, but I was like, not too sure, but we always want to believe what we want to believe, even if like deep down, and then but then like when I notice something, I will point it out. But if you deny, I won't really like argue with you, especially if I don't like have the evidence. Yeah, but I'm just gonna keep quiet even if I can see. But it's just that I believe that the truth will always come out. So, and at that time I was really in love with that man, and yeah, I was so in love with him. And time went on, and then he went on leave. So normally, like when we were together, he was always driving the company car. He always had the company car with him. So it's this car, and then so like when he went on leave, he was now driving his own car, and then he would come to see me driving his own car. So this one time we went to Nelspruit, and we went to town, and then he was just like running errands and stuff like that. So after I complained about the issue of not going to his house, he was like, okay my love, now you are always like welcome to come and see and to come to my house and stuff like that. So I remember he bought a new bed, and like he bought a new headboard. We chose those things together, guys. It was like I'm changing paints and stuff like that, because they have bad memories and stuff like that of the old wife. So I was like, okay, we chose everything together, and then we would go to the house, and like month end I'd go with him to buy groceries and stuff like that. How so in Janavella, I was feeling like a wife. And whenever like he had started with this thing of telling me to not go with my friends, to not drink alcohol, because he was not even drinking alcohol, like he'd always manipulate me into this lifestyle. I was not even myself, guys. Like I really like went into that relationship, and like I forgot about myself. I forgot about what I love and stuff like that. So he was like, yeah, Napela, you must remember that I'm gonna marry you. He said he was gonna marry me like the following year. He's like, I'm gonna marry you, Pela. We are still preparing each other for husband and wife. So Nami, I must behave in a certain way. I mean, I don't go to nightclubs and stuff like that. I don't drive at night. In like he had like all this values, and I stopped drinking alcohol, guys. I stopped going out with my friends. I stopped visiting my friends and stuff like that. So yeah, we'd buy groceries together. I trusted him. And then like when he was driving now his car, I was still there. When he was driving his car, this one time when we were in Nelspruit, he went out of the car. I was left in the car alone. I opened the cabin. Yes, I opened the cabin. I don't know what they call it, but that thing. So I see, like, oh, before that even, like, I tried to connect my phone to the car so that I can play music. So when you see like those devices that you see on the car, there was this other Samsung or what device, and then there was a device written okay, let's say the device was written Michelle. So I see this Michelle. I'm like, who's Michelle? He was like, he's like, Michelle, I don't know, maybe because the car. Okay, I saw it on the company car, and then like it was on the like a previous day, another day on the company car. So I was like, I was trying to connect my car on the Bluetooth. I see this device Samsung, and I see this device Michelle. So I asked him, who's Michelle? He's like, maybe my colleague was driving the car and whatever, I don't know. And then I was like, okay. So when I was in his car that day when he went out, I opened the cabin. I get this other document. You see, it's like that document that you get from the municipality or whatever. It had something to do with water. And then when I looked at that document, there was his name and there was this Michelle name. Second time, I'm like, who is this Michelle? I'm like asking myself, he's not in the car. So like you see, there's also a receipt there. On the receipt, um it shows that excuse me, Michelle is the one who actually paid, but like it's like a joint account. I was getting smarter now. I see that Michelle paid, and then see like a receipt from Standard Bank. They write your cell phone number there. I take that cell phone number. I take it quickly. I save it onto my phone. I check it on WhatsApp. It doesn't, like, I don't see anything. I'm like, okay, maybe it's probably the settings, because sometimes if that person doesn't have your number, then you cannot see their profile picture. And then I keep quiet. Time goes on, time goes on. I don't know where that name also appeared. So this other day, like, we're sitting and chilling. I'm like, dude, are you sure that you are honest with me? And he's like, yes, I'm sure. And like every time I'd confront him about that thing, like every time I'd confront him, I'd ask him, go say, are you still together with your baby mama? And he would look at me in the eye and lie to me. Like every time when he wants to lie to me, he, like, actually he had skills to lie. He knows that when you are lying, you need to be serious and you don't need to panic too much. He's like, no, I'm jolly. No, Pella, I wouldn't want. And like he was forcing me to like introduce him to my mom, you see. So he was like, yeah, I wouldn't want you to introduce me to your mom if I knew that I have a wife. Yeah, but, and I'm like, okay. And then that's what he would do every time when that conversation would come up, because it would come up like almost every week. Because sometimes when I call him at night, sometimes when I have airtime, I'd call him around 9 and he would not pick up, and I'd be very furious the following day, ask him, goes, dude, I called you at night, why the hell didn't you pick up? And he'd be like, yeah, I was sleeping. Like, he always had stories, but in a way I trusted the guy. Clown. And then, okay, time went on. But like now I was starting to prepare myself that I really need to be ready for a disappointment from this guy, because he's really not honest. And I had been in a relationship where, excuse me, where the guy was like actually single, and I know how the nature of the relationship is when the guy is actually single and loyal to you and stuff like that. So that's when it really didn't look like a relationship where the man is loyal. Okay, we move with things. And then, like, now we were approaching festive season. We were like planning that we're gonna spend Christmas with his family. Vela, I was talking to his brothers, he even like used to bring his other cousins and brothers to me, you know. And then, like, Vela, I trusted him. Like, he was like, yeah, please tell your mom that we're going on Christmas Day. I was like, okay. And like in the beginning, I was the one who actually like said, yeah, I would really like when he initiated it, I agreed, because you know what, at the back of my mind, I knew that it could not happen because he has a wife. And if we go to his house on Christmas Day, then like I will never ever confront him about having a wife. It means that I'm the main chick, as like he tells me. And then, okay, we plan. He's like, yeah, Vele, you need to get a dress, you need to look nice. And it's like, sharp, me, Mos. And then I tell my mom, okay, I did not tell my mom because I knew that he was gonna disappoint me. I knew he was not gonna peach. Deep down, I knew, guys. Deep down, we always know. Trust your guts. And then, like, I didn't tell my mom, but to him I was like, yeah, I already told my mom. Vele, she agreed, and like I could tell, even the way he was looking at me, I could see that this nigga, he's actually feeling sorry for me. I could tell that he's lying. And every time he was lying, I knew it. Every time he was not lying, I knew it. He actually couldn't lie. But Netting Obanjena, I was so naive. Hey, we sorry guys, I felt like I was stepping on something. And then hey, Christmas Day comes. I'm like, yabona this day. Alright, really in the morning I prepare, I send him a message, I'm like, babe, I'm ready, 1 o'clock you must come and fetch me. And he said to me, yeah baby, I'm gonna start at work. There are payments that we didn't process yesterday, so I need to like finish up something. I need to finish up something at work, and then like now you're gonna get time to spend a little bit time with your family early, and then we're gonna leave in the afternoon. I was like, okay. So when I was ready, like, cause my mom now, like, she knows about him. I was gonna tell my mom, goes, hey mama, I'm leaving. Why not talk Christmas Day? I keep quiet. I'm like, oh, he's probably maybe still busy with something. Let me not annoy him. Yeah, but I'm gonna check up on him maybe at 2, or maybe he's still gonna call me. I'm still not calling, cause like he was like, sometimes he was really truthful. 2 o'clock, nigga doesn't come. 2:30, I'm like, at me call, I'm like, he's not picking up. I call, he's not picking up. Hey, now I'm starting to panic. I'm like, yo, wait, he has a wife, more than anything before. Like, besides the fact that he lied about coming to pick me up, because I was not really stressed about that, because I did not valelisa my family. I was like, damn, it's actually, I was crying. It's like, he's not picking up. 4 o'clock, he's not picking up. 5 o'clock, he's not picking up. Okay, 5:30, his phone is off. His phone is off. Yeah, guys, yeah. Ngingakafi that day. His phone is off now. Imagine, guys. Ngalana, my uncles, they need me. Bang to no do this. My mom village is not having its pella. It's Christmas Day. And you know me, on Christmas Day, I'm always the party. Like, now, like, I'm no longer in the mood, guys. Like, I'm so drained. I'm so stressed. Shame at that time. I'm like, this guy. I call his brother. I'm like, yo. I'm like, dude, where are you? I call the brother. I'm like, hey, let's call the brother Selby. I'm like, Selby, where are you? Because we're gonna call him, what can we call him? Let's call him Tom. I'm like, Selby, where are you? Because Tom, he said he was gonna pick me up at 1 and we're gonna come that side. And Selby, he's like, no, but Tom, he's here. I'm like, he's there? He's like, yeah, I'm at the shop now. I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna call you when I'm with him. I'm like, okay, please do that for me. He's like, all right. So, and Selby can hear me go to Villa. I'm so furious like this. I'm so fucking up. My shoes ran away, everything. Yeah. like, okay, he doesn't call me. 30 minutes later, he doesn't call me. An hour later, he doesn't call. I call him again. I'm like, dude, where the is he? That guy? Where the fuck is that guy? And he's like, no, I don't know where is he. Blah blah blah. And then I continue calling him. He's no longer picking up. Yeah, well. So like I keep quiet. I'm like, you know what? Let me enjoy the party here. My uncle dropped me off like at 12 midnight. So my friend was like around. My friend Zinhle was around Hillsview. And then like when I got home, I'm like, dude, come up. Yo, I was crying. Like when she got there, I'm crying. Guys, like I was just a mess. I was just a mess. And at the same time, I'm drunk because I was drinking wine. Yeah, well, and then like I was crying, I was like, no, we have to go. We're gonna call this woman. I'm gonna show him. So we call this number, like, dude, you must talk, cause they're gonna recognize my voice. And then we dial with a private number. We call this woman, this Michelle. We call. Itchy. We call this. We call this Michelle number, guys, with a private number. She picks up. She's like, hello, and then she's like, hello, and then we keep quiet. Yeah, well, and then we call again with a private number. She says hello. We don't say anything. We call again for the third time. She says hello. Yeah, but in the background I can hear man what's give a and you know your person. But that guy is my man. I'm like, this could be him. Yo, my heart at that time. We call again for the fourth time. The guy picks up. He's like, fuck man, stop calling this number. Yeah, I'm like, what if, yeah. Yeah, man, fuck man, too. Hey, answer your phone. I'm like, hey, switch on your phone and stop telling me fuck man. Stop telling me about fuck man. Fuck man to who when now? Uba man, yeah, when like then I call him police. No time. Hey. Yeah. Hey, I really embarrassed myself. Yeah, pending. I'm like, let me try. I'm like, let me try. Check his phone, check Tom's phone, and tell me, are you Michelle the auntie? Because he told me that he stays with his auntie. You know, he used to tell me that, like, whenever I'd ask him, who is washing your clothes, who is cleaning for you, who's cooking for you, he'd be like, Michelle came, you know, Michelle, like, the auntie came, and he'd be like, the auntie came and did my laundry and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, dude, are you the woman that he normally tells me about? Because like I know that there's a woman in the house who does his laundry and stuff like. So I like started introducing myself to that woman. I was like, listen here, Michelle, I know you because like I got your number from this other document on his car, in his car, and I'm actually his girlfriend. And the reason why I'm calling you, I was like thinking maybe you the auntie, because I know that the auntie she's normally by the guy's house. I'm actually andiswasilikane, and I stay where. Today we were supposed to go to where. I tell him the exact place, like where his home is. I'm like, today we were supposed to go to Mahushu, to his home, you know, but it's not Mahushu where he stays. He stays very far. You guys, it's itchy here. And then I tell him that today we were supposed to go there. and Village and even Bo Selby, they know that I'm coming, you know. So now I don't understand when like ungena gupi and stuff like that. So now me, I'm crying because he's with you, and there's no way you're gonna have peace. And me, I'm crying here today. We are not sleeping, all of us. You and Jay must wake up because you cannot have my man while I while I'm crying here. And then like Bella, I'm like I'm so mad. I'm so mad. My friend Bella, she's He's like, yeah, Bella. Good telling them. And then like he keeps on sending me SMSs like, no, no, please, I'm begging you, please, just keep quiet. We're gonna sort it out in the morning. When he sends the message, I called the wife again. I'm like, dude, okay, like Michelle, she ended up telling me that actually she is the wife, they married, they have a kid, you know. I'm like, really? And so like she told me the whole truth, and guys, I was so hurt. I was so hurt, you know. And then yeah, so like when he sent me the messages, I was like, I'd call the wife, and I told the wife that, oh, I'd call the wife and tell her that, yay, he's sending me an SMS right now. He's telling me to please stop calling and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not going to stop to call. Yeah, mom. So like I kept on calling. I called every hour, every 5 minutes. Vel and Jenna, they didn't sleep. After I called, didn't rest. I didn't rest. But then like I was like, yo guys, and that is what basically happened. That is how I found out he had a wife on Christmas Day. And you know guys, I started crying from when my uncle dropped me off until 5 a.m. Like I was crying the whole night. I was so sad because like really I did think that I was gonna marry this guy. I really believed in him. I really trusted him. But now life is bigger, better and brighter, you know. But Jenna, you know, men must please don't lie. Please don't, you know, give a person false hopes. And you know, after that you guys who Valenje ever since, like he has been having problems in his life, and I have no desire to go back to that guy. No matter how much life will knock me, I'd never ever go to that guy. Like it took me like almost a whole year to recover. The following year, I was like having flashbacks. I was missing him. You know, I was full of resentment. I'd go back to him and realize that I'm actually, you know, like after that incident, I was angry at him for like a month, and then we sorted things out. Yeah, well, he apologized. I was like, okay. I went back to him. We got back together, and when we were together for the second time, like whenever I was with him, yabo, would like when I'd look at him, let's say we eating or something, or maybe he's facing that way, like I'd look at him and be disgusted, like I'd hate him. And this one time I said to him, you know what, I really can't do this. Njena ingbangela nebsatane, because Njena, I get to think of very evil things that I would do to you. You know, I even think of poisoning your food, because he used to love my food. I'd cook for him. And then like I was like, you know, I can't do this anymore. Like, just continue with your life. You lied to me, and I haven't forgiven you. And yeah, he didn't understand, but we eventually broke up. And guys, please, 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 yo, I went through the most. But that's my story of how I found out he had a wife on Christmas Day. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my story, and thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Goodbye.